everyone, it's time for another spooky video, and for tonight's spooky video I'm going to be talking about a haunted cemetery slash playground that's called the Dead Children's Playground. So the Dead Children's Playground is located in Huntsville, Alabama, and it was originally named Drost Park, but it was nicknamed the Dead Children's Playground because of the playground that's eerily put in the center of the Maple Hill Cemetery. If you guys hear dogs, I'm sorry. My neighbor's dog barks at everything. So the cemetery is Alabama's largest cemetery, and it holds over 80,000 burials inside. It was founded back in 1822. One of the oldest grave sites in the cemetery is said to be that of an infant named Mary Frances Atwood, who was buried there in 1820. Many of the burials that were put there recently were that of Confederate and Union soldiers which took part in the Civil War. Over the years, the cemetery has grown, and they actually had to purchase more land to make room for the growing city. It wasn't until 1901 that the cemetery actually got its name. Until that point, it was called the Burying Ground or something like that. Between 1945 and 1955, where the playground sits right now, there used to be the site of a limestone quarry. The high cliffs that surround the playground were not natural, and they were actually put there through the quarrying process. So when the quarry was closed and abandoned, all of the plants and everything started growing back, and everything went back to its natural state. So in the 1960s, there were a lot of child abductions in the city, and a lot of children went missing. This made everyone in the city very concerned for their child's safety, and they feared that there was a murderer on the loose. These fears were unfortunately confirmed when someone was walking through the abandoned quarry and found a small child's skull. After further investigation of the playground, they ended up finding several skeletons in that area, along with small corpses of young children. The murderer was never found, but it was confirmed that the children not only faced murder, but torture as well. It was determined that these poor children were held captive and they were malnourished, and it was also found that there were healed over wounds on the murderer's most recent victims. With the discovery of the bodies, the disappearances stopped and the abductions seemed to stop as well. Many of the children's remains, who were mainly local, were buried in the Maple Hill Cemetery. So I couldn't find why they originally put a playground, in the center of the cemetery. I assume that they started off with the cemetery and, they built a playground on the outside. Where the cemetery kept growing, I guess they decided to put it in with a cemetery, and it kind of just happened that way, but I never found why they actually had a playground in the center of a cemetery, which was kind of strange to me. So in 1985, 20 years after these terrible events of these child abductions, the quarry and the surrounding land was turned into the Maple Hill Park. The original play equipment was taken. A lot of paranormal investigators have went to this playground to see if they could capture anything for themselves. It is said that the swings will move by themselves back and forth and side to side. Some people have also experienced disembodied voices of children singing, playing, the footsteps of them running through the dust, and mothers calling out their names, and even the children actually calling out to the paranormal investigators. It is believed that between the hours of 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. is when this paranormal activity is the most active. So it was actually back in 2007 when the city decided that they were going to remove the slides and the swing sets. A lot of people did not like this decision. They had grown so used to the playground being there that they ended up bringing back the playground equipment. Today, the equipment is up to date, and it's very well taken care of in the park. And even if you've never heard of the urban legend or all the creepy ghost stories that surround the Dead Children's Playground, just walking in there is the most eerie vibe that you could ever experience. Being in there makes you feel like you're deep within the woods, even though it's very close to like the suburbs and everything. It makes you feel like you're deep within a forest, and it is said to be very quiet during the day. But as night falls, some creepy activity begins to happen. So there's actually a photo that someone captured of the Dead Children's Playground, and they actually caught some orbs within the photo. But also on the side of this photo, there are what appears to be these two different colored eyes shining. And a lot of people have tried to debunk these eyes as being just, city lights, lights from the city. But where this photo was taken, there is a big rock cliff right behind where the eyes were. So that kind of just speaks for itself, and I will show you guys the picture now. I'll actually show you guys a few pictures of the park when we get to the end of the video. So yeah, what do you guys think of this creepy playground that was placed right in the center of a cemetery? Would you guys ever go there? I know that it seems really weird that they put a playground right in the middle of a cemetery, but if I had children, like, as weird as this sounds, I mean, I would be there, like, supervising them and stuff, obviously, because of all the stuff that's gone on there, even though that was so far back. I would be supervising them, but I would take my kids there all the time. I'm so strange. And I would love to go there and just paranormal investigate. Like, that's definitely on my bucket list now. I would love to go to Alabama and, go there between the hours of 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. and just see what happens. I think that would be awesome. And of course, if I ever did that, then I would bring you guys along with me and make some really cool videos out of it. But let me know what you guys think. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big ol' thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid maniac. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Melanie, and I upload creepy videos every Saturday, so you should stick around, and I will see you guys in my next video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid